Man, it's crazy because people think that I'm the same guy that fought Dan Argueta. First of all, I was fighting 135. Second, I was with that crazy coach, so I didn't have money, I didn't have where to sleep, and also, crazy thing, I was hungry, and I said to this coach, "Can you send me some money?" And I think the adrenaline helped me. If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would be fighting too.
All right, guys, this is Crazy Kev here, and I'm here with Ultimate Fighter winner Mairon Santos. Mairon, how we doing?
Very good, very good. What about you?
I'm doing good, brother. I can't complain. I mean, last time we were talking, I was in the sling with my shoulder, but I'm starting to heal up a little bit. So I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. But more importantly, man, I mean, you're coming off a massive knockout win. You won the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, talk to us a little bit more about that, man.
Yeah, man, it feels great. I think it was the best performance ever in my career. My first time like knocking somebody cold like that. I didn't know that I have this power, so I'm super happy.
Yeah, no, you definitely should be. That was definitely a super sick knockout. And speaking of super sick knockout, man, I mean, you've been campaigning for it, and so have a lot of people. I mean, why do you think you didn't get a bonus for that? That was an awesome knockout, man.
I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I think maybe I'll find out when I become friends with Dana White and the other guys, but right now I don't know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And let's say Dana White does eventually give you that bonus. I mean, how would you use that money in the future if you did get it?
Yeah, I would save it for my baby because my wife's pregnant, and yeah, I don't have any plans right now besides of taking care of my baby. Having a kid here in the U.S. it's very expensive, so I would have to save everything for my baby.
Yeah, I definitely hear you there when it comes to that kind of stuff. Now, with your baby, do you know if it's going to be a boy or girl yet or anything yet?
We'll find out September 14th that we're gonna do like a small party with friends here, and we'll find out there with them. So we are excited.
Good for you. That's definitely awesome, man. Good stuff. And how about names? You thought of names or anything like that yet?
Yes. So actually, I didn't choose. My wife chose. She said, "If it's a girl, you choose. If it's a boy, you choose. I will choose." But at the end of the day, she decided both. So you
That's how
know,
it goes, I guess, right?
it will be if it's a boy, it will be Iron. Here in the US, it sounds like iron, like iron, but it's almost like my name, like Iron, because in Portuguese, they pronounce my name is Mairon, so it'll be Iron. And if it's a girl, Isla, and that's it.
That's awesome. That's definitely some good stuff, man. And definitely congrats on that. And, getting back to your knockout, man, I mean, you said you didn't know you had that kind of power. I mean, what were you kind of doing in the gym? Were you hitting a lot of weights or anything?
No, I never lift weights in my life.
Oh,
I just, I just like to train MMA, maybe some strength and conditioning, but not like lifting weights. I hate to do that. And yeah, because I have a lot of TKOs, but my friends they always tell me like, bro, you are super strong. You hit hard. You have to believe in your power. And going into this fight with my coach, my kickboxing coach, he said, like, believe in your power. Like every time we train and I hold pads for you, you just like my shoulders are always sore after that. So believe in your power. You have good hands, and I trust them, and that was the result. And also, I think like from all my fights, I was never like so good prepared like I was for this one. So I would never like try to hit super hard because I would be afraid to get tired. But for this one, I knew that that I wasn't get tired. So yeah, I just trust them. I trust in myself, and that's what happened.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome. I'm definitely glad you were believing in yourself, and definitely an awesome win. And on Twitter, man, I mean, Patty, he was saying you got some small biceps. I mean, what's up with that guy?
Bro, this guy. Oh my god.
And now he knows a little bit of Portuguese too. I saw he was commenting some stuff in Portuguese at you
Yeah, yeah. I taught him some bad words,
there.
but Patty is a great guy. He's a friend to me today, like close friend. I can't wait to visit him or him to come here to Vegas. He's just a great guy and a good story. We have like similar stories, like humble beginnings and things like that. So I just love this guy, and every time that I have a chance, I'm gonna say something bad about him because that's how you show love to your friends.
Yeah, yeah, no, I definitely hear you there. That's definitely some funny stuff there. And you just got a new tattoo, and you said if you don't know, what does it kind of mean?
Bro, this guy, this character,
Yeah,
so he uses crowds when like he uses his powers and things like that. And this character, he's a guy that sacrificed a lot uh, for the people that he loves, for like his village, and like he did everything that he could to provide a good family for his little brother that he's like the main reason for everything in his life. So I just like his story, and I decided to do the crowns because that's his power. So that's the story behind the tattoo.
no, I love it, man. I'm definitely glad. I'm glad I know a little bit more about that. And the tattoo definitely looks cool. And man, getting back to your knockout, I mean, Alex Pereira followed you, and he started commenting on your posts. I mean, what was that kind of like to get the follow and have him actually reach out to you a little bit?
Bro, that's crazy. Like I was for 10 minutes talking, like, hey, Alex Pereira just follow me. Hey, Alex Pereira just follow me. And I just saw the comments 6 hours after because my Instagram is just going crazy these past days. And I just saw like 6 hours after, and I was like, hey, wait a minute, is that Alex Pereira like commenting on my video? So I don't know, man. I'm so happy uh, for that and everything that's happening this week since my fight. And I can't wait to one day maybe train with him and learn from him in person. That would be great. But yeah, it's amazing everything that's happening this week in my life.
Yeah. No, that's definitely awesome, man. Like I said, you definitely deserve everything that's been coming your way, and I'm glad that he reached out a little bit. And man, another thing I was curious about as well too. If you do end up training with Alex Pereira, I mean, what is maybe some things that you'd like to learn from him?
I would like to learn more things about left hook because I might use that more often in my fight. So and about calf kicks too because um I really like the way that he throw the calf kicks without like showing that he's gonna throw. There's no wind up. There's no like he just goes there and flicks the kick and just land, and it doesn't seem that he's putting a lot of power, but the guys get very hurt. So I would like to learn more about calf kicks too.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that'd be pretty cool if you learn from him. I definitely hope that you guys can plan that in the future. And another thing I was curious about as well too, man. When you were on the Ultimate Fighter, I mean, was there anything on the show that maybe you wish they might have shown on TV that maybe they didn't?
Yes, like I made good friendship with Patty and Robert, and they ended up fighting each other. Uh, both of my weight cuts were super hard, and for my second fight, I had an injury that I couldn't train for 3 days, and that was a thing that didn't help me on my weight cut because we had 13 days to prepare. I had 13 days to prepare for my second fight, and but I just could train 10 days because of my the injury that I had. Yeah, I think that's it. We had a lot of good interactions in the house, funny stuff that they didn't show to. Uh, one day we were almost like it was almost midnight. Everybody was ready to sleep. Me, Patty, and Robert, and also Tommy. We were just we were laughing so loud because we were joking and things like that. And Gigamontes came to our room and he said, "Bro, shut up." And he said to Robert, "I'm gonna put you to sleep." And we were just laughing more because that was funny. Like Robert, it's like huge comparing to us featherweight. So a lot of funny stuff that they didn't show. Also, Memo was my main partner that was helping me to prepare for Gigamontes, and we ended up fighting each other. So I wish they had shown more of me and Memo because we also became really close friends, and they didn't show that. So they showed like, oh, it's hard because they might fight each other, but the reality was that 99% of chance I wouldn't be fighting Memo. So we were almost sure about that. So he was helping me in training every day to prepare for my fights. And I wish they had shown that too, but yeah, I think that's all that I can remember.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. That makes sense. And with you being on the show and fighting a guy that was kind of like your friend like that, I mean, was it kind of hard to kind of mentally prepare for the fight? I mean, like, did it have any effects on you at all?
I think mm, it's hard because I wasn't preparing to fight him. Like before the weigh-ins, I was like, I don't know who I'm fighting. But the day, like the night before the fight, one of the producers came to me and showed the doctor's message, saying like, Jig is fighting. Don't worry, Jig is fighting. He will be. People will check on him tomorrow, but he's fighting. So I was prepared to fight Giga, and then like 1 hour before my fight, Alexa came and said, "Hey, you fighting Memo." So I was like, that I wasn't expecting for that, but yeah, like I think first round I was still like processing everything, but after that I was like, okay, this guy's trying to kill me, and I'm gonna try to do the same, and after we'll be friends again. So yeah, let's go. We both knew that this thing could happen, so let's go. And also, interesting thing, the first week we didn't know like who we gonna fight. We didn't know like nothing about fights, and me and Memo we were talking about, because Memo speaks Portuguese, so it was like easy for us to connect and be friends. And we were talking like, hey, yeah, we might fight each other, but we are friends. I really liked you a lot. And he said the same. Like, yeah, that's it. That's part of the game. That was like in the first week, first days. And then like 6 weeks after, we really fought. So that was cool too. I wish they had shown that. But yeah, it was hard in the beginning, like first minutes, first round, but then it was fine.
Fair enough. I definitely understand that. That makes sense. And another thing I thought was pretty interesting was I put up a tweet that Yusuf Salal was supposed to be on the show, and then they pulled him off the show, and then you said that you were actually his replacement. I mean, how'd that kind of work?
Yeah, so I was with the crazy manager. actually crazy coach at the time, and I was with another manager, and my coach train at extreme things like that. I couldn't have a coach at extreme, but this coach that I had, he wouldn't like even teach me anything. He wouldn't be on the mat during the class. He would say, "Hey, train that, train this," and it would be just like me, Jessica, and Carol, and like they guys are very tough, but you guys like girls. I'm a man, and they say, yeah, we understand that you have to train with men too. And this coach at the time, like he didn't understand that. He would say, "Oh, you have to be in the team. You have to be loyal. I helped you to come to the U.S. Blah blah blah." So I was on tough already, and I was like tired of this guy, and I just said to him that I wanted to follow my own path and you know not being the team anymore. And somehow he made me like not being the show anymore. So the production of the Ultimate Fighter, they cut me, and I'm not in the running anymore. So this guy Zalal, he was preparing to be an MMA fighter, and he signed with the UFC again. And during this time, I signed with the new manager with Jason, and I think 3 days before the fighters go to the hotel, I wasn't training. I was working. I was like 175 wish, and he said, "Hey, we have a spot again. So you want to do this?" And I said, "Yes, of course." That was like March, like beginning of March, like it was before the 10th, and I knew that my fight and the producer before said, "Hey, you will be fighting either March 20th or 27th." Okay, I wasn't getting ready for that anymore. But after when Jason told me like I was heavy to make weight uh, during that time. Long story short, I ended up being on the show again, and these guys allow sign with the UFC, so that's why I was there, and that's my history.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a crazy story, and we're definitely glad that you got to be on the show, my man. And you said you were looking to maybe get another fight before the end of the year. I mean, do you have maybe any opponents on maybe who you'd like to face in the future?
No, no, actually, I just have one opponent, Giga. I know he's fighting next week. Uh, if he wins, I would like to fight him because we were supposed to fight, but with all the respect, this guy, he said to me to not cut my hair anymore. He said that he was gonna fight with me half pound over. So I just respect him, and I want to share the cage with him. And I want to like make this fight happen because we are supposed to fight. Besides of him, I don't have any names. And yeah, if I don't fight him, I just want to fight anyone.
Fair enough. I definitely like that, and I think that'd be a fun matchup. I have two guys for you. What about Nate the Train Landwehr, or even that Yusuf Zalal, the guy who was supposed to be on the Ultimate Fighter? What do you think of those two guys?
I think they're good. They're good fights for me. I really do believe that I can strike with anyone, and if the guy's not a super wrestler, I think I can beat him. I already beat good wrestlers, all American, Olympic wrestlers, Jiu Jitsu black belt. So I really think that they are good matchups for me. So yeah, let's see.
I think they would be. I definitely think they could be fun for you, my man. And when you were going into that tough bout, man, I mean, there was a lot of people online that thought, Khan was going to be a big problem for you. I mean, what was it kind of like reading those comments and then obviously going out there and getting the big win?
Um, Man, it's crazy because people think that I'm the same guy that fought Dan Argueta. First of all, I was fighting 135. Second, I was with that crazy coach. He wouldn't allow me to train anywhere. So I was going to the PI. I was doing 1 hour run and 1 hour hitting bags and sauna. That was my camp for 5 weeks. I didn't have like any training with real men, with guys that high level guys. I didn't have that. So people think that, oh, he doesn't know how to defend takedowns. It's crazy because I think the day that I go there and decide to wrestle, I'm gonna submit a lot of guys, but I just like to strike. That's what I prefer to do. It's easier. You don't get too tired. But one day I'm gonna show people that. But I think maybe when someone beating the shit out of me, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, I like I'm glad that people think like that. So one day I'm gonna surprise everyone. But yeah, man, I'm not the guy that fought Dan. All the respect to him, but that guy, bro, I was literally dying in the cage. I don't know how I made it like 3 rounds because I was literally dying. I went 175 to 135 in 5 weeks, doing a crazy diet. Like nobody was helping me with my diet, with my training. So yeah, but okay, one day I'm gonna show everybody my grappling too.
Yeah, no, we're definitely looking forward to seeing your grappling. But I mean, you just said you lost all that weight to get all the way down to 135. I mean, what was kind of that diet like, man?
Starve. That was my diet. Just like eat the less that I could, and if my weight was like going down, I would just follow. Like, oh, today I'm gonna eat um 50 grams of rice and 100 grams of chicken, and let's see. That was my diet. Like I really didn't know what I was doing. Before in Brazil, I was always fighting at 155 and 145, and my weight at the time was 155. So I would never cut weight for any of my fights. So now I'm learning like how to cut weight. That's why also I'm I'm still struggling because it's everything new to me. But I think I just have to make like small adjustments. But yeah, my diet was anything that would drop my weight.
Yeah, no, that's definitely insane, man. And you still plan to stay at featherweight for the rest of your career now?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have the UFC PI. I I I definitely can have like more structure to do to invest on my career to help me with that. So I'm gonna stay at 45.
Good. No, I definitely think that's definitely a good home for you if the weight's all going good with you. And you walked out to Little Dirk all my life, man. I mean, how'd you end up finding out about Little Dirk, man?
So I was I was here this crazy coach,
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't like I was super unhappy. I couldn't like stand that situation anymore, and I was just listening to the radio, and I was listening like hard times don't last, things like that. Like all my life they've been trying to keep me down, and they couldn't break me. So I was like, bro, that's it. I know that the song is not about it, but for me at the moment was like, bro, this is what I'm living right now. They're not gonna break me, and yeah, they're not gonna put me down. and that's it. So that's how I learned this song, and I think that would be my walkout song forever.
Yeah, no, I definitely love it. I definitely think that's a great walkout song, and I think a lot of people definitely enjoyed it too. And another thing I think I heard you mention in another interview was when you had that Sean Woodson fight, and your crazy coach had to get canceled for you. You had to like sneak into the hotel to sleep. I mean, how'd that kind of work?
Yeah, man, because I had my fight was canceled during my flight. Middle of the air, middle of the nowhere. And I just got this email I couldn't open because I didn't have internet. I wasn't in the plane. So we arrived in Nashville, and I saw my flight was canceled, and also my reservation at the hotel. So I didn't have money. I didn't have where to sleep. And also, crazy thing, I was hungry. And I said to this coach, "Can you send me some money to eat?" And he sent me like $15. And I said, "Can you send a little bit more?" And he was like, "Ah, come on, you can't eat with $15." And I said, "I'm, I was dieting, and like things at the airport are not like cheap. So I was hungry." At the end of the day, I think he sent me $20, and I ate like some hamburger with fries, something like that. But yeah, they canceled my reservation, and I didn't have any place to sleep. My coach at the time wouldn't pay me like a hotel or anything like that. So he he just said like, try to go to the hotel. Jessica was there because she fought Tatiana, and she was there. So she had like a rooms, other rooms for coaches. Anyways, I just went straight to the elevator, straight to the room. They opened for me, and I slept in there without anyone know it, like the UFC or whatever. But that's what happened.
That's definitely a nutty story, man. This coach definitely put you through a lot, man. 100%. And another thing was I thought was kind of funny. Someone on Twitter was messing with you and saying that you could put out Torres Finney with a knockout, and you said only if I had a gun. I mean, have you ever shot a gun or anything like that before?
Yes, I have my friend, my this guy that helped me with my kickboxing. He has a gun. One day we went to desert to shoot, but I I didn't like it that much. A lot of people like it, but I think, oh, my fingers, my hand would just like hurt, and it's also hard to put the munition on the gun. So, bro, I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Leave that to the cops. I'm not doing that again.
Fair enough. I hear you there. And I believe on the show, I think Valentina took her team out to shoot and everything like that. Did you see that or hear about that?
Yes, I heard about it, and cool for that. If I was on Team Bullet, I would try to, but my fingers, they always hurt, and no, bro, I'm so sensitive to pain. Like, I think that was my last tattoo. Like, I was almost crying yesterday when the guy was doing it, and it was like 1.5 hour session. I know people that go like 3 hour, 4 hour session to do tattoo. That's too much for me. And yeah, I'm not shooting. Maybe I'm not doing tattoo again. That's too painful.
Fair enough. Okay. So how are you so sensitive to pain in a fighter? How does that make sense?
I think that's the adrenaline. That's what saved me, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know. Sometimes I'm sparring and I kick someone with the end of my toes, and I'm like, "Oh, bro, I'm gonna die. Please give me 5 minutes break because I think I just broke all my toes." But I think the adrenaline helped me. If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I would be fighting too.
No, that's hilarious. That's definitely some good stuff. And speaking about your kicks, man, I mean, your kicks are sick, man. I mean, there's a couple times you'll just kick people and they'll go flying off their feet. I mean, how do you generate so much power with your kicks?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like this crazy coach, he had a good like he done good things for me in the past, but not in the way that I think it's right. But for example, he wouldn't go to the gym and he would say, "Oh, today your training is gonna be kick the bag for 1 hour," and I would be pissed. So I would kick the bag as hard as I could, and I think that's how I learned. I know since the days that I was playing soccer when I was 12, 11, my friends and people, the coaches at the time would always say, "You are strong. You kick hard. You are very strong. When you like doing a tackle, you are very strong." And I think it's just genetics too. So when I was watching the fight, when I kicked him and he just went flying, I didn't put like all my power into that kick, but I think it was just the technique and yeah, I don't know, maybe genetics, but I'm a pretty strong guy.
Yeah, yeah, no, you definitely are, man. You're definitely pretty sick, man. And now that you have a little bit of free time, I mean, have you been gaming at all? You've been on the PS5 at all recently?
No, my PS5 is here in the room, and we are planning our moving maybe next week. So we are putting a lot of our time towards that. So maybe when we get to our new home, we'll play, and I'm gonna play a lot too. I'm gonna beat you in FIFA, but yeah, let's go. But right now I'm not playing.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So, yeah, once you get to the new move, you'll have to shoot me a message, and we'll have to play each other in FIFA. Now I'm curious to see what you got in that.
Let's go. I'm Division 3 right now,
Oh, okay.
bro. That's so crazy because during my fight week,
Uh-huh.
I was like Division 5, and then I went Division 3, and I was just losing all the time, like losing nonstop. And then I was like, "Fuck! I'm gonna fight this week. I need to relax. Okay, I'm gonna win the next one," and I would lose again. So my fight week, I was just losing all the time in FIFA.
That's messed up. Well, I hope that kind of helped fuel your knockout win. And when you're on the game, I mean, you ever like put your mic on, try to trash talk some of these guys?
No, no, I don't have a mic.
Okay.
Just when I'm playing with friends, but I don't usually I don't do that because some guys they just like go over the limit
Yeah.
and I can't punch them in the face. So I don't like that. Just with my friends.
Fair enough. I definitely hear you there. It's definitely some cool stuff. And I had a coach on not too long ago, Mateus Nakashi, and he said that he was playing with Jose Aldo with Call of Duty. Have you ever played with him before?
No, Mateus, I see him all the time at the PI. Great guy. I want to buy. I'm gonna buy Call of Duty too because I know a lot of people play it and a lot of fighters too. Jacqueline. She her girlfriend just bought her PS5 with Call of Duty, and I said to her yesterday, "Hey, let's play Call of Duty together." And she said, "Let's go. I'm gonna kill you all the time." So I'm gonna download or buy it, and we can play. I'm gonna play with her. Maybe I play with Jose Aldo too. That would be so cool.
Yeah, no, that'd definitely be cool, man. Like I said, we're looking forward to seeing what you got up with that, man. And Myra, man, it's been awesome talking to you again. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And what's maybe your final message out there for the fans watching this video?
Thank you guys for all the messages. I've been to I really don't know. I've never been in this spot before, so everything's so new to me. I'm trying to answer everybody, but I know that it's hard. So I just want to say thank you all. Um, Keep cheering for me. I'm gonna keep improving and always trying to perform my best. So yeah, let's go. One day I'm gonna be champion and just follow me on this journey and let's go. The future is bright.
That's right. Though the future is definitely bright, my man. And like I said, thank you so much for taking the time. And once again, congrats on being the ultimate fighter. And we're looking forward to the rest of your journey, my man. You deserve everything that's coming for you.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
Of course, brother. All right, we'll be in touch. And whenever you get that move going, let's play in FIFA. I'm ready to whoop you in it.
Yeah, let's go, brother. Bro, don't say that. I'm very good. I'm Brazilian.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I had to, I have to message some of those guys that were beating you on fight week for some tips.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe we can play my next fight week so I can
Okay.
win and I'm gonna be relaxed.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, man. Like I said, I'll let you go, and best of luck with everything you got going on. Thank you once again for
Thanks,
taking the time.
brother. Good talking to you. Thank you.
Of course, brother. All right. Take care. Thank you again.